Good evening, Cebu. Good evening, Philippines. It's open mic night tonight. Before I introduce you to our guest, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of those who greeted me through text, through a call, through Facebook, a private message, comments, Viber, and other platforms, even LinkedIn. Thank you so much for your thoughtfulness, for your sweet gestures, especially those. Aside from my family and BFFs who joined me on my birthday dinner, those who sent over gifts, like Congresswoman Gwendolyn Garcia, who sent over one whole lechon and a cake. Thank you, Tita Gwen, and also for touring me to your district and your restful rest house. And of course, Marco Polo Hotel for the cake. Marriott for the cake also, and Big Seed PR for the cupcakes, luscious cupcakes, and what's this? Who else sent me gifts? Dorius of PR Works also for the beautiful pen, and everyone who took the time out to greet and send over the gifts. So now it is my distinct honor to introduce a very talented young designer. We were schoolmates in grade school and we were classmates in college. The one and only Lord Maturan.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Lourdes. Hi Lord, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
And this is, by the way, the creation of Lord Maturan.
Yes, by yours truly.
The suit. And this is a very nice jacket also.
Of course.
And you owe me a couple.
Yes, I owe you a couple because I've missed out on a lot.
But,
oh my God.
Well,
especially when it's your birthday, so
I'm gonna wait for that. So hopefully I have one when I have Boya Bunda on the show in a few weeks.
Of course.
Yes.
When is that?
July 23rd. That's when we tape. But
that's really soon.
But anyway, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing okay. I'm a bit groggy from my overnight in Pinamungahan, in Gwen Garcia's tranquil and peaceful abode away from the city.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's me. How about you? How is business doing?
Business is great. It's thriving.
And it seems you're always busy, dressing up a bride.
Yes, we always have to be busy because, otherwise we won't be able to afford.
You like to watch movies alone?
Yes. That's like, me having that sense of independence.
Yeah. But is it a choice that, even if, example, are you in a relationship if you don't know?
No, I'm single by the moment. Yes.
Good on you. Mm-hmm. But even if you are in a relationship, you'd rather watch movies alone?
Yeah, I'd rather watch it alone. It's my preference. I cannot concentrate if I have someone beside me.
Especially if it's Ian.
Yes. I really wanna enjoy the movie. Keeps on asking what happened, and you're the same movie. You're in the same seat
because they're not paying attention.
Yes.
What do you have a specific genre that you prefer?
I love drama. Lately, I've been digging a lot of drama.
What was the last movie you watched?
Me Before You. It's tragic.
I watched it too. I watched it twice.
It's tragic.
But do you like it?
So much.
What about the comment? People comment. I've read online some comments that it sends the wrong message. That if you're differently abled, if you have some form of physical handicap, that it really the message of the movie isn't one that inspires hope.
Yeah, it's not really for everyone, but
the guy is cute.
Yeah, the guy is cute though. He plays Finnick in Hunger Games. But yeah, it kind of sends the wrong message. But just try to put yourself in the shoes of that handicap. That would have. Yeah.
Would you do that? I really thought that love would conquer, conquer the situation they were in. That was what I was hoping for. Did you cry?
Of course, buckets. Buckets.
Speaking of buckets, do you have a bucket list?
Yeah. Yes. bucket list would have to.
Is it a long list? Is it a short list?
It's pretty much a short list. Just being able to travel to all the fashion capitals in the world. So namely Paris, New York.
So far, have you ticked off some entries?
I've done London, and I'm about to do New York.
Yes.
Yes.
I know that. Lord here will take like a sabbatical, like a study leave.
Yes.
And you will be in New York for the fall.
Yeah, for the
For
fall.
the fall collection.
Well, no, it's perfect. It's perfect timing actually, because when I will arrive in New York, it's going to be New York Fashion Week.
Wow, wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay, so you're gonna study what exactly? Of course, it's fashion.
I'm gonna study bridal and evening wear, marketing.
Marketing. So it's more the
Yes.
business side of it.
Yeah, business side of it, because I'm pretty much savvy with the
Yes.
art and then the production. It's the marketing. That's what that's what we Filipinos kind of lack.
It's not just your stuff. You have to be able to sell your stuff.
Yes, yes.
True. But Lord here, when we were in college, he really has a distinct style, a distinct stroke. I mean, it's just when he draws a woman, when you design, right?
Yeah.
It's just so sexy and so natural.
Really? Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I can remember it. You were one for me. The strokes are just so distinct, and I knew that you're headed. Even then, I really knew you were headed for greatness.
Even you yourself.
What
I'm always yes.
Yeah, but really, and I think the best is yet to come for you.
I hope so.
And this is a step into the right direction. Studying in New York like that. But did you always want to study?
Yes, that has always been like my dream ever since. Yeah, murag. We weren't really that well off. I'm from a working class family, so my parents couldn't really afford to send me to like art schools in Manila. So I ended up in San Carlos, which is not bad at all. So
Yeah, and I have to say, I'm very proud of our batch.
yes, of course, it's our batch that kind of made like the movers and shakers
Right.
now
I
in the
mean,
industry.
It's not just in fashion, right?
In politics.
No, not just that, but even in music.
Yes. Yes.
very,
There's a lot
very-
of our batchmates who are thriving well.
Our batch, that's like 2004, 2005 thereabouts. Graduate. Either some of us graduated in 04, some of us graduated in 05, but we were all together 2000, enrolled in 2000.
2000.
The course is advertising, arts, and interior design, and some are
Yes.
painting. No?
Yes.
In CAFA, USC CAFA, which is now College of Architecture and Fine Arts, and now it's called SAFAD,
Safad.
School of Fine Arts and Design, I think.
I'm not quite sure.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I would have to say I'm very, very proud of our batch in
Yes.
terms of dynamism
Yes.
and it was really, what do you call this? Everyone was unique, and a lot of, I'm proud of my batchmates. One of them is Lord.
Thank you.
And then, in fact, among the young designers, a big chunk of our classmates.
Yeah, a big
right?
chunk of the my contemporaries right now are from the USC batch of 2004, 2005.
Like Humberto Villegas. is
Humberto
a class-
Villegas, Nolan Arnoco,
Yes.
Barbie Alves,
Exactly.
Diane Espera. There's a whole bunch of them.
And then there's you.
And then there's me.
One of these days I'll have our other classmates.
Yes, of course.
But see, it's really an honor to have studied with such brilliant and talented young designers, young artists.
Wait,
Yeah, and but from here, you study in New York. You'll be there for a few weeks. What school are you enrolled at?
I'm going to be enrolled at SIE Couture School. So
Is that an acronym?
SIE is like a family name of the founder or the headmistress. SIE.
Okay, where is it gonna be?
It's in Manhattan.
Manhattan.
It's in Manhattan. Like one ride away from Queens, because I will be living in Queens. Yes.
You're gonna take the subway.
Hopefully, I'd love to experience the culture.
On the 6th, like Jenny from
Yeah,
the block.
only mine is on the 7th.
On the
On the
just
7th.
one, just one
Yes.
line difference.
Yes, on the 7th.
On the 7th. So you're excited.
Very excited.
When you're there, you're gonna be doing other things.
I might.
You have to be networking already.
Yes,
right?
of course. I might try to look for internships during Fashion Week. So I don't care if they don't pay me, as so long
Of
as
course.
I get to experience New York Fashion Week.
That's the thing now. I mean, but for the older people, money is always important. But for the millennials, it's passion.
It's passion.
that fuels. And we're older, considered older millennials.
Yes, we're part of the first generation of the millennials.
Yeah, so hopefully we were able to strike a balance because it can't always be free. It can't always be
Of
for
course.
passion. But goodwill is important. You have to be able to extend some goodwill, and that requires you not getting paid
Yes.
for a time. But that's okay. But you have to make the most out of your experience there.
course.
Are you excited to also immerse yourself in the culture? Like
Yeah, of
Broadway and the food and
Of course, I'm very open-minded about it. I'm so excited about it. I'm mostly excited about getting to the subway and visiting the museums.
sitting on the steps of the mat.
Yes, on the mat, like the Gossip
Like
Girl.
like Blair.
Yeah, don't shut the steps.
Yes, I love Blair.
Yeah.
Don't you just love her? Wait, are you more Serena or Blair in terms of fashion?
No, I was more on Jenny Humphrey.
Oh, that's your style.
That was my style
So
before.
you're neither Serena or Blair.
Neither Serena or Blair,
Wait,
but
when you say you're neither Serena nor Blair, but you're Jenny Humphrey, for you or for your creations?
for myself. For myself.
I can see. Yeah. I can
Yes.
see.
If you try to look at me, I'm very street. I'm very grunge, and it's like the weird status quo that I'm a street designer, but then I do a lot of bridal and a lot of
Exactly.
evening. So
You remember that episode where Jenny Humphrey had this like underground? They
Yeah.
hijacked an event where Lily Bass was to be honored,
yes,
And
I
then-
remember that so well.
and then they were like flashlights.
Yes, and that stage in my life, that was like, the stage when I was going through my quarter life crisis.
25
I was
years
trying to look for myself. I didn't
Probably
have
the time, yeah, that's right.
Yes, I guess we were 26 or 25 during
That
that
was season
time.
3.
Season 3.
Thereabouts,
Yes.
yeah.
Season 3. I remember so well. I remember so well. I followed that series till it was over.
Me too. But let's talk more about Gossip Girl and your influences and your quarter life crisis because we had the same. We hit quarter life the same time. When Open Mic returns after this short break, we'll be right back. Back here at Open Mic with Lord Maturan.
Yes.
My dear friend, Lord Maturan. So, Lord, we were talking about Gossip Girl. You say you're more of a Jenny Humphrey for your personal style.
Yes.
But for your output,
For my output, I'm more of what's the name of Blake Lively's
Serena.
Serena
Vanderwoodson.
Vanderwoodson. So most of my clients kind of gravitate to the Serena kind of girl.
Okay.
Because
she always knows how to strike a pose.
Yes, because Blair's character is kind of very young. The way she dresses up kind of leans towards
Very classic. And she likes very.
volume. Yeah, volume. a
And
little bit of volume.
she likes lace. She likes very
Yeah.
classic cuts.
But
right?
on Serena's style, on the other hand, is more on the slinky, feminine, and sophisticated.
But sometimes sophisticated and a bit slutty.
That's where I kind of avoid a little
That's
bit.
what you avoid, okay.
Because I'm a bridal designer ultimately.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm more Blair in terms of personality. Not fashion, but personality. Rule the world, world domination.
I've always been a Jenny Humphrey.
Really?
Personality-wise, style-wise.
So you're bullied. Because she was
I
bullied.
was bullied. I think we were When we were younger,
I think people tried to. I never felt bullied. In hindsight, I don't feel that I was ever bullied, but I think when I tried to recall our stint in Don Bosco,
oh my God, do we have to mention that school?
I think I would say that yes, maybe some people tried to bully us. I mean, in fact, one of them was a priest.
Yes. Okay, don't ever remind me.
But that's why I decided to leave.
Good for you.
You were there throughout.
I was there throughout. When we were younger, we were like 11 in our batch. We graduated only 4.
What do you mean, gays?
Yeah.
Oh.
4 of us. 4 of us.
Because the rest didn't want.
The rest transferred. The rest were like transformed.
And you've always wanted to be a designer.
I've always wanted to be a designer.
Even then.
Even then. Even then.
No doubt.
No doubt. No doubt.
But if you were not a designer now, what would you be?
If I were not a designer now, and if I were really, really like impoverished or whatever, I'd be like a voice talent in the radio.
Like for drama?
Yeah, for drama.
Why, you enjoy doing that?
Yeah, sometimes it's like my funny side, but I will never demonstrate it here.
I was gonna ask you.
No.
Oh, I get that. I also like doing that, but it's more the Disney characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're more sophisticated. Disney, good.
No.
Mine is the vernacular.
Like the Handumana.
Oh, Handumana.
That's why you were trying when we were on a break. You were trying to imitate Gossip Girl.
Oh, Gossip Girl.
What's that? What's the tagline again? Gossip Girl here.
Hello, Upper East Siders. Gossip Girl here, your one and only source into the scandalous lives of Manhattan's elite. Top story on our homepage, Michael Lopez.
Top story. Anyhow, I think you're gonna feel that when you're in New York. You're really gonna feel the entire Gossip Girl vibe.
My entire, dream of going to New York started out with Sex and the City and Gossip Girl.
Yes, Sex and the City. I was just rewatching some of the old episodes.
I watch it all the time. It's like a religion.
Who are you? Samantha, Charlotte, Carrie, and Miranda.
I really wanna identify myself as Carrie because I'm more of the creative and I'm more of the creative side.
And I think she's the most fashionista of the 4, right?
Yes, I'd like to think that I'm like that as well, but
And so you identify as Carrie.
Yes.
The one I like the least is Miranda.
Yeah, because she's so uptight.
She is.
She is so.
Like
she's like a different spectrum of the characters of the women in general.
I think I'm more Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Reserved. I'd like to think.
Yes.
But so, if you were to, choose a movie that best personifies your type of if it's like a genre, no, but your type of fashion, in terms of your output.
Output.
What's the one movie that you can think of that links that?
That's kind of hard.
Movie, and the next question would be a song that would best describe your style.
Movie. I think I would have to say Hunger Games.
Really?
You'd think it's really weird, but when you look at when you've watched Hunger Games, there's like a contrast between the unconventional stuff and then the very classic stuff. It's like a marriage, a troubled marriage between everything that's going on.
So different elements.
So I think that's how I am as a designer.
How about the song?
The song, I guess I would have to identify a song for the way I started, I guess. Not a song based on my style, but a song based on how I become this.
So what is it?
It's Katy Perry's I am the eye of the. I have the eye of the tiger.
Okay. I know. I don't know the title of the song, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Roar.
Roar. Hear me roar. Something. Yeah.
Roar. Yeah.
So that's the song. You really were roaring and roaring to conquer the world.
Yes.
So, but in terms of fashion, who is your fashion icon?
Fashion icon would have to
Okay.
be.
Three. First is a designer. Next, a model or like a celebrity. And third is someone who is an opinion leader in fashion.
Opinion leader in fashion.
So it can be an editor, can be a critic or something.
Okay.
So the first, your fashion icon in terms of a designer. Who is
designer.
The designer you look up to?
Designer would have to be.
When you say designer, it reminds me of June Robin. Designer.
Designer. Brought to you by Monteraz's Disco Group.
Hello, June.
Hi,
wife from Cebu. Yes. I have to cut you. You know, when I hear Mas and June Robin is the reader, I couldn't help but think of events that she hosts, like when she says, a reading from the book of Isaiah. And then I say, designer.
Designer. Makeup by. Even if the name of a certain person sounds really funny, it sounds really nice when she says it.
She's a talent, she's a gem.
Yes.
So anyway, designer you look up to?
The Marquesa girls, Georgina Chapman, specifically.
I have very low fashion IQ, so I don't know who you're talking about, but go ahead.
But these are girl designers.
Okay.
The Marquesa girls, Diane von Furstenberg.
Oh, okay. No.
And Dolce & Gabbana.
Her sister-in-law is a friend of Auntie Molly's.
Ooh, wow.
So,
small world.
Ira. So anyway, and then your fashion icon, in terms of a model or a celebrity?
Fashion icon would have to be Madonna and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Wow.
Yes.
Madonna.
I mean, for me, these are certain...
What about them?
Yeah, these are certain celebrities who use their celebrity platforms really well in reaching out to other people.
Regardless of the intention.
Yes.
Yes. Whether it's for a cause or...
I know for a fact that Sarah Jessica Parker is an advocate of art, and Madonna is for the LGBT community. Community. It sounds really pageant. So yeah.
And then the third opinion leader in fashion.
Opinion leader in fashion would have to be the First Lady of the United States,
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama, because of her advocacy for advocacy of.
I love that. That's how you pronounce advocacy.
Oh.
You pronounce it correctly. Sorry, I have to say because some people
how do other people say it?
Advocacy. Although it's already correct because it's it's a proper Filipino way of saying it. But the right way of saying the word is advocacy.
Advocacy.
So you're right. I just have to compliment.
I think our generation kind of has that medyo meticulous way of
enunciating.
Yeah, when
maybe, but I just had to point that out, and kudos to you. That's
thank you.
Actually, very few people in this country, even the more the politicians, they say advocacy, but it's advocacy. Okay, so Michelle Obama's
advocacy for young designers, and giving them that platform of getting their names out there. So I think that's really noble of her.
Okay.
Because not everyone gets to have that,
Because I'm not a fan.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Why not?
I used to be a critic of President Obama in 2008. Not because I'm racist or anything. Maybe because I was really for Hillary in 2008, and then I don't know. I just had this weird idea that he might be the Antichrist. Because he's just so charismatic, and that's what I read,
But his term's almost over, so
I've changed my mind. I love him.
Yeah.
I love Barack Obama. He has made a believer out of me. I don't agree with all the policies. Like a lot of the very controversial policies I don't agree with, but you don't have to agree with someone to admire them, right?
Yes.
So he promised to be a changed president, and I think he's delivered on that. No one has changed America radically, socially, as much as Barack Obama has. But Michelle, I just don't get it. I don't get.
Why not?
Let's talk about it after this short break. Open mic will be right back with Lord Maturan.
Yay.
We're back here at Open Mic with Lord Maturan. This is our last segment. Welcome back. Lord, so we were talking about Michelle Obama. I don't get the fascination. Well, I guess because she's First Lady and she's supposedly very brilliant. So for that, I give to her. But I think she just has enormous. She's just so big, literally. So tall. She has huge hands. It's like so huge. If Barack does something bad, parang she can smack him and. But I think she can hold. I think she can hold like a basketball with one hand. Yeah, and I don't know. Sorry, but I think I like girls who are petite.
Who are petite? Okay.
Yeah. Who are really very ladylike because I mean,
one of my favorite icons though is Sarah Jessica Parker. And she has big veiny feet.
I'm sure even Angelina. Wait, see, we're on live stream. See, this is you.
Oh my God.
So you can watch us on live stream when we tape, which is we don't have a specific schedule. It depends on our guests. We're also on live stream. It's www.livestream.com. Oh, this is my camera. www.livestream.com.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
mytv30/open mic. Anyway, Sarah Jessica Parker, even Angelina Jolie has a lot of. She's
veiny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not about
bony,
Yeah. Wait, for me, it doesn't matter if you have those flaws. I mean, it's all about
true.
It's all about how you embrace yourself and your flaws. And
okay, fine. Yes. So yeah, we're about to talk about, I think, stereotypes because have you been stereotyped? And what has, if ever, what unfair stereotype have you been?
Yes, I was stereotyped as a one-trick pony. One-trick pony because back in 2006.
Fresh out of college, huh?
No, 2007. I won a competition, Cebu Young Designers competition. So I started out as a rock and roll edgy designer. I made like menswear mostly. So if I'd ever do like a for a woman, it has this raw and rock and roll vibe. So that's what got me through the competition, because when I presented my collection, I was really different compared to the other contestants or to the other competitors. So
but it was double-edged because it won you the competition, but at the same time people started saying that you were
one-trick pony, like he doesn't know how to design a certain way or like that.
Something that's more feminine.
But prior,
which you've proven wrong. No?
Yes, that was like a struggle for me at first.
How did you hear about this? Talk about you like that.
It's a small industry, and
Did you feel hurt?
I feel really attacked during that time, but I'm over it now.
You took it as a challenge.
I took it as a challenge, though. I mean, look at
It's
where
good. When people comment like that, it means you're relevant.
Look at where I'm at now.
Yes, and when people attack you, and this is not for you. This is for everyone who's starting out in their careers. Chances are you're doing something right. Unless wajo kay batasan, diba? Then maybe it's really you.
Yeah,
it's really
I guess so.
You're the problem. But if you're not being a pain in the ass, you're not stepping on other people's toes or screwing people over. If you're not doing any of those, and still people are talking about you, then maybe, just maybe, you're doing something right.
Yes, maybe I was.
Of course you were, because look at you now. No? Did it affect you to the point of like crying or depression?
Yeah, of course. I have to say part of me,
because you mentioned your quarter life.
Yeah, part of what made me what I am right now is those struggles that those struggles and the pain that I've encountered. I don't mean no drama, but I'm very emotional, in
Like most artists are like that.
yes, we are.
But 2007, you were at the cusp of quarter life. You would have been 24 in 2007, right? So the following year, 2008, during the global economic meltdown,
Yeah.
did you also have your own emotional meltdown?
Yeah, because I was pretty much fresh out of the reality show Project Runway Philippines, and I got booted early.
And this was just a little over a year after Cebu Young Designers.
Yes,
After
a
victory.
year after
Yeah.
Cebu Young
So
Designers competition.
after victory, there was defeat.
So you know how you won this thing and you were like so
Celebrated pa.
You celebrated and you were a little bit cocky about yourself.
Of course.
And, you know, you
It happens to us when we're young.
that sense of entitlement
So
when you're
self-assured.
when you're on your 20s.
And then you hit the rock bottom or the reality.
Reality that you're
Bites.
that you're not the best. And there's actually a lot more designers who has the potential to be the best but are just waiting for their break.
But sometimes the best kasi it depends on the moment. You can be the best at a particular moment.
Yes.
Okay, so how were you able to move past this? Because there's a lot of young, aspiring young designers, young art, not just designers in fashion, maybe even interior designers or other artists, struggling artists who want to make a name for themselves. Especially when you hit the quarter life, it really has an effect, no?
Yes.
It's a phenomenon. It's been studied, so don't think that you're alone if you go through.
You're not alone.
And it's not strictly when you're 25, but it happens around the time.
Around the time.
Assuming that you live to be 100, it's technically the quarter life, but it's if you don't. Most of us won't live to be 100, but it normally happens around that time, 24 to 27.
24 to
no?
27.
So how did you move past that? What did you hold on to?
The weird thing is I kept so much angst, inside me, which right now looking back is really wrong, because I had the wrong motivation to
succeed.
I had the wrong motivation to succeed.
Which is what?
Which is to get back to those people who have.
Okay.
Yes, I was.
Because success is the best revenge, as they say.
Yes.
Okay.
But then when I got to that point, I'm not saying that I'm really successful, but
But you've made a name for yourself.
yes, I've made a name for myself. But when I reached that point that I can say that I've arrived, it felt so lonely. So I thought that I think I had the wrong motivation to getting where I am right now.
It's lonely to be on top, dog. That's why you have to share it to the bottom.
Oh God, just kidding! That's a different thing. You're crazy.
Crazy, yes.
That got me off guard. Sorry.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so that was but you were. So what got you through that tough spot was your motivation to succeed, which in hindsight you feel was not the right motivation.
Yeah.
But it got you to where you are.
Yes. Yes, it pretty much.
So now, what is your motivation to succeed?
My motivation to succeed is to. I'm right back on track, but I'd really want to put the Philippines back into the map. So I know it's a. As they say, it's suntok sa buwan, but I'd really wanna bring my brand global and hopefully represent the Philippines if I get the chance.
Good, because you have the talent, and what you intend to study in New York will help you. It's like your talent is yourself, it's your identity, but you need whatever brings you there, whether it's a car or a jeepney. You need a vehicle
Yes.
to get you to your destination. No? So you're, I think, on the right track. But I'd like to ask, if you don't mind, are you religious? Are you spiritual?
I'm more unspiritual, I guess. I wouldn't say that I'm religious, but I keep my constant union with my God.
You pray.
I do, of course. That's like one of the main ingredients of my success.
Are you still Catholic?
I am Catholic.
You still find your way to church?
Yeah, of course.
I'm just curious because it would be. I know it's very personal, but you talked about bullying, and sometimes the church. And good thing that Pope Francis
Oh yes, the
It's
best.
groundbreaking. I mean, he really is. He has very high EQ.
Yes.
He knows the way to preach to the flock, especially those who are wounded. It's not to, put salt pa sa add insult to injury, di ba?
Yes,
So
exactly. I know what I
he knows that the way to reach out, it's to really reach out, not to ostracize and judge. So it's a good time, I think, for the church. So and I'm just saying it because we had a shared encounter in
Oh my God, I
in
don't wanna-
grade school, and that's it can be scarring, no? Especially if it happens at that time. And well, good thing we turned out okay.
Yes. Actually, I think we all did. We all did.
Pasalamat na lang. But yeah, in my case, it's also faith. At least it did not affect my belief system. How some people are. At least we're able to make a distinction between the people in the church and the faith itself. So, yeah, I know we're starting to become preachy, but speaking of preachy, do you ever think of making political statements with your fashion? Because some designers do that. You're not very political.
I'm not very political though, but one thing is child labor. If there's anything that I'm kind of really iffy about, is when I buy something that's too cheap and too good.
You feel that?
You feel like there's something unfair about the production of this thing.
Okay.
Because my staff or my employees are paid really well. I mean, I'm like taking care.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm like taking care of like 4 call center agents if you're to compute their salaries. So
good.
I'm really strict about labor rates, even following holidays and even their benefits.
That's
So that's why I guess I'm really blessed with my employees right now, because they're very loyal to me.
I think that is an ingredient to success that will fuel your advancement even more, because not only is it good business sense to take care of your people, but it is also something that gives you good karma.
Yeah.
Good karma.
And the funny thing is, when I said that when I applied for a U.S. visa, that's one of the questions of the consul, and how many employees do you have? I was like,
I have a gay?
No, the consul
It was a woman.
was a woman, the only girl
Okay.
among the windows, and I was like, oh.
But you already had your acceptance, or is it before your acceptance?
Before my acceptance, I applied for a visa.
But you told them that you were gonna go to school
yeah, I did.
and that you're waiting for.
It's a short course anyway, so there's not really that much restrictions before you get up before you.
No, but normally when you apply for a visa, especially if you're studying, they ask you if you have acceptance already or if it's still pending. So did they ask you that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So the consul asked me, how many employees do you have, sir? Oh, I have 6, complete with benefits. I was like that. and he was like, oh, good for you, sir. We didn't expect that here in the Philippines.
Speaking of political statements, so at least you're not very political in terms of your fashion, but at least you follow policies.
Of course.
Speaking of political statements, what is your statement? It caused quite a commotion on Facebook the other day when Mayor Tommy Osmeña said that he wants to scrap Miss Cebu.
Oh my gosh.
Who was that who posted something? Was it Marco Pada or was it Carlo Borromeo? I forget, but someone posted it's not a good day to go to your salon.
Oh yeah.
So what is your take on that? You've designed before.
Yeah,
for
I've
Miss
designed
Cebu.
for Miss Cebu, but a lot of the creatives here in Cebu City kind of it's like the Super Bowl of the Cebu fashion industry. They always look forward for the annual Miss Cebu
and the Queen.
and the Queen.
Yeah.
And
So what is your take? You have strong feelings for or against that decision?
I really don't know, because I have been kind of detached.
So
from,
meaning you don't have very strong feelings for or against. But
Yeah.
ambivalent.
Yeah.
You don't really care much
Yeah.
if it happens or it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Is this a betrayal of your fellow?
No, I'm saying this because like what I said about, I've kind of detached myself from pageants.
I feel you. I cannot sit through a pageant.
Yeah.
I get so bored. But but I'm ambivalent like you, because for me, yeah, maybe it's costly, but on the other hand, it's soft power. It's like for example, when Pia Wurtzbach won, you can't really quantify what it's done for the Philippines when Miss Philippines became Miss Universe. So I'm sure it has. In diplomacy, it's called soft power. Diplomacy is soft power, so it adds to the Philippine brand, and it's something we may never be able to quantify. But there's definitely an impact, a good effect on the Philippines, and so you would want a Cebuana to represent the Philippines.
Of course, why not?
At some point,
Why not?
again, right? So, Miss Cebu is one way to
Yeah, but yeah, I know, but it doesn't really have to. The girl doesn't really have to be from a certain pageant
Correct.
locally.
True.
I mean, you could be like a newbie and apply for Binibining Pilipinas and
So
get
that is your
accepted.
opinion already.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Anyway,
I don't want to step on anyone's foot, but
it's gonna be
yeah.
controversial. But unfortunately, you're saved by the bell. Saved by the bell, because our time is up.
God.
Our time is up. I wish you all the best, Lord.
Thank you.
Conquer New York,
Yes.
because when you conquer New York, you conquer the world.
Yes.
I wish you luck, and I hope to see you there. Of
course.
Maybe I'll find my way to New York in the
Find
fall.
your love.
Let's talk about that. Anyways, thank you. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you so
us.
much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. This has been another episode of Open Mic. We were with Lord Maturan. We're wishing him all the best as he ventures into expanding his horizons as a young designer. Until next week, good night and Godspeed.
Yay.